So are you going to come at me when I say I brush my teeth once a day?
You brush your teeth once a day?
Every morning.
Not before bed?
For about a minute and a half in the morning.
What?
Yeah.
Only a minute and a half, too?
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes morning and night. That's... Ethan! What?
I didn't know this. Thank you for educating.
Camel's Ego, episode 5. Here we are. We have a great episode for you guys. Let's take a look at our lineup for today. It is a good one. Starting off with our question of the day, as always. Then we have our ego meter with pizza toppings.
Ooh, I love pizza.
Then we have a new segment. I have it titled Reverse Question. We'll go into detail later on for that. And then ending it with the best views draft.
That's going to be a
The
fun
best
one.
thing you can lay your eyes on. That is what we're drafting. But before we get into any of that, today is a special day. When this episode's coming out, it'll be National Smell Your Microwave Day. Smell Your Microwave Day. Right now, if you're listening, go to your nearest microwave and smell it.
It's up there with Christmas and Thanksgiving for me.
Look,
It goes Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, smell your microwave day.
if you're a single man or woman out there, it's hard, hitting Valentine's Day. But you got something to look forward to the day after, and that is Smell Your Microwave Day. Drop in the comments what your microwave smells like. Ethan?
Is that how it started, smell your microwave day? We were just sitting around lonely on Valentine's Day, and we're like, we need a holiday for the
I
single
honestly
guys.
don't know how this
Neither
originated.
do I.
This is something Ethan and I invented, by the way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it was just it happened to be that day that we were talking about smelling microwaves, and then we're like, you know what? February 15th.
My first year, it smelled like coffee. Then I think the second year is when it got some publicity. It started running on its feet because we got the Panera people to do it when we smelled the Panera microwaves. But since then, it's kind of died down.
And we got to bring it back.
So with this platform, we need to bring back Smell Your Microwave Day.
Oh, yeah. And I'll be honest, I smelled my microwave just a few moments ago, and it's normally not a pleasant smell. I'll put that out there. Unless you're microwaving pizza every day, which one of my first smells was pizza. But recently, I've been mixing up what I'm microwaving. It's not so much pizza rolls or whatever. It kind of just smells like a thick, hot plastic right now. That's what I got this year. Not great.
That was a bust.
It took a while to
365 days for that.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing, but there's always hope for next year. And you know what? It got me through Valentine's Day.
That's
Which,
good to hear.
I guess if that's the point of the holiday that we're pushing out. But did you smell yours?
I did not. I ask that you can forgive me because I woke up early. I went to church, then I went to your place. Now we're recording this. It just completely flew past me to smell my microwave. Because when we're recording this, it's not the holiday right now. We have to do the magic of editing, and when it gets released, it'll be Smell Your Microwave Day.
It comes out on the perfect day.
Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to FaceTime my dad right now on my computer, and I'm going to have him smell the microwave for me. Hopefully he'll pick up.
Come on, Andy. Let's hear it. Let's see what Andy
FaceTime
thinks.
Andy, go. Let's.
Are you able to screen record that? How does that work?
I don't know.
If you want to record him with your phone.
Hopefully we can hear him.
Okay, yeah, it works. Andy, go let's.
Come on, Andy. It doesn't say the name. It only says the phone number. So hopefully this is it. Oh, you picked up.
Yeah.
Are you? Can you help me out right now?
With what?
Okay, so we're recording the podcast live right now.
Uh-huh.
It's a whole holiday called Smell Your Microwave Day. It's been going for 3 years strong. I forgot to do it this morning. We need you to smell the microwave real quick.
Smell the microwave?
Yes. Just run upstairs and smell the microwave and tell me what it smells like.
If you did it tomorrow, it'd be sparkling clean.
Oh, yeah. He is smelling the microwave, guys. He's smelling it.
Doesn't smell like anything.
Come on!
What does the microwave smell like?
Now he's having someone else smell it.
We have one. He's on his podcast.
It doesn't smell like anything?
Smell the microwave. Doesn't smell like anything.
Oh, my. What a dud. Thank you. Welcome to the podcast.
Hold on.
Oh wait, now Liam's on. My
Getting-
older brother has hijacked the podcast.
We're getting a third opinion to make sure there's some sort of smell.
I'd say the closest thing to be would be pretzels.
Pretzels in a microwave.
Who
That's
mi-
what it is for 2023.
Who microwaves
Goodbye.
pretzels?
That was weird. Pretzels. I
It's
have
gotta
never
be a
stuck
soft-
a pretzel in my microwave.
It's got to be a soft pretzel. I microwave soft pretzels, but not a hard crunchy pretzel. But no smell. I feel like every microwave smells. So hopefully that'll be a really weird way to find out you have COVID. Like, yo, go smell your microwave, and you're like,
Yeah.
I can't smell.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're okay over there. But there is Andy Golitz and his.
Andy Golitz has COVID confirmed.
that was funny. I was not expecting a Zoom or a FaceTime. That was funny.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys could hear that. So let's hope. But
But all right, thank you, Andy Golitz and the Golitz family. But
guys, please smell your microwave. Just do it. It could change your
yes,
life.
drop in the comments, please. What does your microwave smell like? We need to know.
Year number 1, it smelled like coffee. Year 2, smelled like chicken. Is this year 3 or 4? I don't know.
It's been a while. It might be year 5. It's been a long
Wow.
time.
Yeah, because Panera was 2019, 2020, and we're old.
It's
Smell your microwave, guys. That's the point we're getting at.
yes. All right. So coming up, question of the day. Kick it off, Ethan.
So, this question I thought of, let's just do it. If the last minor injury you sustained killed you, how would you have died, Garrett?
I'll start this one off. By injury, can this just mean any sort of pain?
The smallest, most inconvenient pain that happened to you, it kills you. How do you
Most recently, what comes to mind, I was at the gym. I have so many small injuries just from working out. It's terrible. But just I was doing some abs, and I guess I pulled a muscle in my back
die?
somehow.
My.
It didn't limit my workout, but it's very stiff there now, and if I move wrong. But anyways, I was doing some sit-ups. I don't know how that affects my upper back, doing sit-ups, but yeah, that it shocked my back. And so yeah, I would have died at the gym. May I add, look, I'm not at the gym for this reason, but there are some attractive girls in that section there too. So I would have died.
So
right
those
next-
girls would have been doing their burpees. They would have looked over and been like, "This man's been murdered," and you're just face down in the sit-ups thing, just
Yep.
lifeless, dead.
Yep, I would have died. That would have been my 2 witnesses. There's two of them.
Well,
So
I would say would have been an honorable death, but it would not have. You would have just,
no.
yeah.
No, I mean it would just be such a lame way to go out. It wasn't like a cool injury. It was I pulled a muscle doing something it's like so basic, just
Yeah.
doing some basic crunches. So yeah, not
The whole point of exercise is to strengthen your body, and you died doing just that.
yeah. I have so many small injuries. Like my shoulders kill me every time I work out, and I'm not even doing anything. I'm lifting regular weights, moving along.
At
Doing
least you would get a
push-ups.
plaque at Planet Fitness. You would have to have gotten a plaque with your face on it, like an in
Just for dying
memoriam.
there.
Yeah.
I think they would try to push that away as much as possible.
Or you could be a ghost that haunts the abs section in Planet Fitness. Just some girl doing her ab circuit. You feel like, what is that? It's like, oh, that's just Garrett, the ghost.
Oh yeah, every injury at Planet Fitness will come from Garrett the Ghost.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think of where I'd want to die. Where would you even want to die? Just
Real question,
yeah, if you die, where would the coolest place to die be?
I mean, just doing a cannonball into a volcano. Or a swan
So
dive.
suicide?
Well, that would be cool.
No.
Hey, watch this.
No, I feel like
the most heroic?
just how would you want to die?
I would want to die saving someone.
That's a
Let's
good
do
answer.
this. An orphanage is burning down, and the last memory people have of me is running into the burning orphanage, and I'm just throwing kids out the window. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a great way to be remembered. Just dying for someone else. But another one too, I'm thinking just and any let's say for us we play baseball. Let's say we die on a baseball field. You have the game saving diving catch, but you break your
yeah.
neck in the action. That would be that not as cool as yours. You'll just be remembered for like a meaningless baseball game. But
I mean, is yours like MLB or like a little league game? Like the little league would only be relevant for like a couple months.
yeah, realistically for us, it wouldn't be MLB.
Yeah.
But so what was your last injury then?
Last one I can think of was I was just walking past a bed and like the frame like softly graced my leg and I'm like, that hurt. So in this case I would have like
Just died home.
fallen to my legs and like just bled out because I hit a bed frame. I don't know.
Oh, so you're saying somehow the small injury like actually causes your death? So
Yeah, like if you stub your toe, that would be how like you die. I don't know how the science works, but that was the question.
So I'm trying to think. So you had a cut. You were bleeding.
I never checked. I wasn't at the point where I had to check to see if I was bleeding.
So probably
but
not.
it caused at least 15 seconds of
So
pain.
let's just say you had internal bleeding.
Yeah, internal.
And for mine, I had like I pulled a muscle. So what even is that?
I don't want to sound really dumb right now. Is that like a hernia?
I don't think it's that
Let's
bad.
just say you broke your ribs doing crunches. Ugh.
There'll be what's that called when they look at the body and try
An
to find
autopsy?
out? Yeah, they'll be like, he had a muscle. He pulled a muscle in his
Yeah.
back, and they're like, no,
Yeah.
so painful. But dang, so you just die at home. Not as
I
I'd
just
rather
died
die in public, I think, unless it was an embarrassing death. There's just
No, I definitely well, unless I'm like dying at home with like my family by my side, having a public death would be talked about. It would get the word around town.
yeah, die at a Planet Fitness. It's like you never hear about someone
Yeah.
dying at the gym. I've almost killed myself at the gym though, just doing squats. There's one time
Yeah.
it was a Smith machine too. I don't know how I mess up on a
I
Smith
think
machine.
I was there for that. Yeah.
A long time ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, but somehow I didn't hook it, and I just fell right down. Luckily, no major injuries. I was just kind of sore, but something like that, you have a plate or two on, and you're falling at.
Yeah. Treadmills are walking killing machines too.
you twisted your ankle on a treadmill because you were dancing on it. I was there for that. You
Yeah.
were dancing like an idiot, and then you twisted your
I
ankle.
like dancing.
And then you're sitting there like, my ankle. And I'm
I
like,
think of if I'm like sprinting on a treadmill or something, sometimes I like slightly drift to one side and one foot will be on the treadmill and the other foot will like catch the outside that's not moving. So if one foot hits the area where it's not moving and the other is on the treadmill, it kind of like flings me.
Jeez, I've never gone that far off, but I'm
a drifter sometimes. This has only happened once, but
That sounds scary though.
yeah.
I haven't ran on a treadmill in a bit, but
Nah, if you
I'm not
like
doing it again.
go on a treadmill moving 8 miles an hour and you can run, but the minute you stop moving, you realize how fast that thing's going. Now, don't just stand on an 8-mile-per-hour treadmill because that thing will throw you. But
Yeah, you gotta be careful at the gym. A lot of areas for injury. But there you have it. That's how we would have died if those were the circumstances. But moving on to the classic ego meter. Ethan, go at your ego meter for this episode. It's pizza toppings.
ooh,
I think you do that every time I announce
ooh.
like the first topic or
Well, yeah.
you just get excited.
not-
This is your segment. No, you should be excited.
I am a rather quiet guy when it comes to pizza toppings. I don't go above and beyond, but I mean, the pizza has to have a topping of some sort.
Has to?
Don't be the guy that. If you're having a party, you can't just get 8 cheese pizzas, or else you're never hosting a party again.
I can agree. But yeah,
If you're out in like New York City, sure, get the slice of cheese pizza. But if you are having like a pizza party at school or having friends over, you need to throw some toppings into the mix.
all right, I'll ask this question before I start. Is cheese a topping? Or is that's expected?
It's expected. Yeah.
All right, because I know
I
people
would
that'll
say-
take the cheese off, which
Yeah.
is really weird. If you're getting a pizza and eat it without the cheese, like you peel the cheese off.
It's crust and sauce is still delicious, but that's just
To
a
go out of your
tomato-
way to take the
an
cheese
open
off.
faced tomato sandwich. Just don't take the cheese off.
If the cheese is there, don't take it off. But anyways, kicking it off, pepperoni. No need to overthink this. Pepperoni.
Yeah. I think when I was born, God kind of cursed me with. He was like, "Hey, let's make this kid a wuss. Let's give him a low."
Are you about to say it's spicy?
Eating a lot of pepperonis over time, the spice will get to me. I do find pepperonis to have a little bit of heat. I can't eat pepperonis. I can't eat buffalo wings. Pepperonis on a
man.
pizza, I can handle that. But anyway, I was a wuss, and I can't do the spice. And I also get really dizzy, so I don't know. But
From pizza? Jeez.
no, like if I'm on like a swing set, it's bad to the point where if I'm on a swing set, I can get dizzy after a while just from the motion sickness.
How does that relate to the pizza? You're saying the pepperoni makes you dizzy?
No, I'm saying that God has made me a
Oh.
wuss.
Man, you are
Let-
a wuss.
Yeah, let's get back to the pizza though. I do like pepperoni as a very carnivorous man. I like meat. It's the classic, but 7.5. 'Cause-
I will say I don't know why it's the most popular topping. I feel like it's overrated. Good, but very
Yeah.
overrated. Like if that's like the standard for toppings is pepperoni. That's your go-to for a topping. I just think it's overrated.
How
but
many different sausages did it take to use as a pizza topping before they landed on the pepperoni? Like would people like slice up hot dogs and put that on a pizza?
I don't think so.
Like,
I
"Hey,
don't.
Let me get a hot dog.
I don't know
pizza."
how toppings were originated, but somehow
Pepperoni.
someone.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
easy to mess up a pepperoni. They can be really like slimy and greasy. You need to have a crispy pepperoni.
Yeah,
Like that's one thing that I think fast food places possibly do better than like mom and pop pizzerias. Like Papa John's, Domino's, their pepperonis are crispy. But a lot of the time, some place down the street that's got great pizza, the pepperonis are just gooey.
I can agree. But moving on.
7.5.
Moving on. Let's go meat lovers as a whole.
Ooh. Well, I said I was carnivorous with pepperoni. So if you're just throwing every meat in the pantry on there, 8.9. Because obviously we love the sausage and the bacon and the ham and the pepperoni, but you don't want to overdo it because at that point the meat kind of becomes the star of the dish.
Yeah.
It's a topping. You got to stick to your role as a topping. So throwing so much stuff on the pizza, I don't know.
It's a little much.
The meats are kind of like trying to hijack the mission here. Like we're gonna take over. This ain't your show, pizza. This is our show. No, but it's freaking awesome. I love making sandwiches and just throwing every meat I have on the sandwich. Let's do that with the pizza. So 8.9.
Yeah, you're a big protein guy, so you see the protein value in a meat lovers, and that's your calling.
Not
right
not
there.
very healthy, but yeah, very high.
not
in
very
protein.
healthy, but
Yeah.
the protein's there. But let's take the other end of the spectrum. Go some veggie pizza.
Am I?
I'm not even sure what type of veggies are on a veggie pizza.
Guys,
you got
there's
like mushroom, peppers.
There's people out there that like
Olives.
veggie pizza. Let's say mushrooms, peppers, olives, onions. Anything else to throw on there, Garrett?
I'm not sure. I'm not picky at all. So I'll see that and I'll just eat it. I'm not looking at each ingredient.
I'm gonna give it the 0.0.
Oh, zero. Are you serious?
I don't like that stuff.
Not
a
at all?
purely veggie pizza. A purely veggie pizza with the olives and the onions and the
A
peppers.
0.0.
I can handle the mushrooms. I don't like that stuff. No.
0.0.
Yeah.
Not a single point. It is that bad.
If I show up to your pizza party and let's say you just have 8 veggie pizzas, not even a plain cheese
Well,
pizza.
no one's doing that.
Let's say it happens. I'm I'm going to get angry at you and then I'm going to walk out the door and go home.
Here's my take. Veggie pizza, for me, if I'm seeing a meat lovers and a veggie, I'm picking the veggie. I like a good veggie pizza. It's good stuff.
Yeah,
people see the
Share your thoughts on this.
people
'cause
see they see the healthy, I'll agree that veggies and pizza don't really go together. Kind of like people try and put fruits and junk food together. In my opinion, I don't think they mash as well, but it tastes good. There's a pizza at Papa John's called The Works. That's what Yeah, you know the works. And it's good. And now there might be meat on that too, but the veggies, incredibly underrated. I won't give it a rating because that's your thing, but the veggie pizza is good. Can be done wrong.
You guys have every right to bash me for giving it the 0.0 because I've never had a purely veggie pizza with all the toppings.
Well, because you're
but
immature. You look at it and you're like, I'm not putting that in my mouth.
I am immature, yeah. I don't like onions. I hate olives. Green
yeah,
peppers,
olives aren't great, but
I do like mushrooms. Peppers, I can tolerate peppers, but guys, I've never eaten a salad in my life.
you
And
haven't eaten a salad?
a fruit salad. This
You-
is just putting
lettuce.
a salad on a pizza.
You've never eaten lettuce with dressing.
I
Never.
probably had a bite of a Caesar salad out there, but
Oh my gosh. What? Never had a salad?
so this is just taking a perfectly made pizza and throwing a terrible salad on it. Why would you do that to the pizza?
It's good. It's good. It shouldn't work, but it does.
The next time we are at an event where there is a veggie pizza, I will take a bite. I will not promise I'm not going to spit it out. I might spit it out.
Just-
I might go up to whoever ordered it and
This is-
spit it out in their face, but I will try a veggie pizza.
This is my mindset. If someone's making a dish, it's going to be good. Like no one makes food with the expecting it to not be good. So like someone makes a veggie pizza, they're not selling it knowing it's going to be bad. They're selling it expecting it's going to be good. So just look at it and expect it to be good. Cuz you're looking at veggies, you're looking at onions, you're saying, "No, I'm not going to like this." But the people selling it, they have trust in their product. So you got
I
to
get
trust.
that, but I just don't like some things. I don't like olives.
But it works.
It's like mustard.
A lot of those ingredients are meant to work with something. So you just got to trust the process.
They're meant to work as a salad, not on a pizza. I'm sorry. Guys, forgive me for just giving that the 0.0, but
That's a 0.0. That is it doesn't get lower than that. You could pick the scum of the earth and you're putting veggie pizza right next to it. I want to hear your take on pineapple on pizza. Cuz that's one people
I would rather eat pineapple on pizza than veggie pizza, but I'm a big pineapple guy. I love pineapple. I'm on kind of like a fitness like diet crave lately.
without
pine-
salad.
What?
Without salad. You're on a diet without salad.
Oh yeah, I can eat completely I can eat clean
Nutritious?
without having to eat a salad. Yeah, I can hit all the nutrition I need for my day. It's to the point where pineapple is essentially my dessert now. I'll treat myself to like pineapple on it smells like popcorn in here. You notice that?
I wonder if my microwave now smells like popcorn.
That's a trick. I farted. That's a family trick I learned.
Mhm.
If you fart, you go, it smells like popcorn. So then everyone's like,
It didn't smell like anything, to be
Okay.
honest. But
well, I'm stuck smelling a fart. Where were we? Pineapple. I love pineapple, but throwing pineapple on a pizza, you bite into it and like all of like the liquid and the water comes out of it. So why would you want to put that on a pizza? Do you kind of get what I'm saying? It's like making
I don't have a strong opinion on pineapple. I've had it a few times and I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It's in the middle for me.
I like the flavor, but the texture, it's kind of like making the pizza soggy.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like watering down the pizza a little bit with pineapple juice. Yeah, so I'm not on or off the pineapple train. So I'll give it a 5.0.
Yeah,
I love
agree.
pineapple, but-
That's what I would have given it. It's one of those toppings. Normally, you're at one end of the spectrum or the other.
Yeah.
But for us, we have some common sense. It's okay. It's in the middle.
I will say, if you deny pineapple, you're probably a more down-to-earth person than the person that advocates for pineapple on a pizza. Like, that person kind of just wants to be outgoing and stuff, I feel like.
They're trying to rile something up by
Yeah.
being overly loving of a pizza topping. It's a pizza topping.
Yeah.
But I have one more, but I'm trying to think of a good pizza topping here.
So we got
Pepperoni, meat lovers.
7.5, meat lovers 8.9, veggie pizza 0.0, pineapple 5. I feel like these are properly rated so far.
No, the veggies.
At the
a
end,
disgrace.
I'll reveal the best pizza topping.
I'm trying to think of what your favorite is. It could be bacon. No reaction, so maybe it's not bacon. It could be like a 5 cheese, but that we already said that's not a topping. Unless you're
Yeah,
saying,
no.
yeah, I'll say that's not a topping. Let's go.
First thing that comes to your head, just throw it out there.
This is one of my favorites, so I'll give it to you. Margarita pizza, which isn't
That's
necessarily.
a type of pizza.
You're throwing the flag on that?
Yeah.
All right, just go with bacon then.
Bacon. Bacon's great on everything.
Oh.
And same thing as pepperoni. It's easy to kind of mess up bacon if you just use like the bacon bits that like come out of like a container. That's not real bacon. That's bad bacon. You need to throw some fresh bacon on there. I mean, it's great on everything, guys. I would rather have a bacon pizza than a meat lover's pizza, because the bacon doesn't try to steal the show. The bacon complements the show. So a bacon is a proper 9.1, I think.
I think bacon as a whole it's not that it's bad, but everyone hypes up bacon so much it has become very overrated.
I feel like that's like a 2014 thing. I think bacon's kind of come back down to reality, in my opinion. I don't see people hyping up bacon anymore.
Yeah, like
not in the way
good.
they're hyping up like acai bowls nowadays or like avocados.
Yeah.
Bacon's been humbled recently.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
In fact, it's kind of getting bacon's on the edge of getting canceled with how bad it is, I feel like.
How bad it is. You just gave it a 9.1.
I remember seeing the thing of like Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp saying like how bad bacon is for you. And bacon is pretty bad for you with how bad pigs. I mean, pepperoni probably comes from a part of the pig. But pigs do not eat very good stuff. And the fact that we eat the pigs that eat that bad stuff, that's not very good for you. But it's delicious. So
it's good, but not great. It's good. But
bacon or bacon pizza?
Both are okay.
Oh,
I'd rather have bacon on its own than on my pizza. I'm mainly a cheese guy. You know, I'm okay with a cheese pizza.
Bacon is so good at complementing things, but when you try to turn bacon into the star, like a bacon ice cream or even a BLT, when you try to turn bacon into a star of something, that's where it falls.
Yeah.
But bacon on a burger, bacon with some eggs, bacon in an omelet, bacon on a
that's
pizza.
a good point.
I'm all for that.
That's a good point. So what was your favorite pizza topping?
This I discovered it at work. It was ordered by accident. Some guys ordered a bacon pizza and a mushroom pizza, and they accidentally gave them a bacon mushroom pizza. And this was actually how I came around to liking mushrooms. I gave it a shot. I was feeling adventurous. It was freaking delicious, man.
So I was close with bacon. Just had to throw in a mushroom.
Yeah.
See, I think if you like mushroom, a very rubbery, I think you'll like most vegetables. I think you'll like a vegetable pizza if you give it.
I was surprised by the mushroom. Yeah.
Yeah, mushrooms are good at holding flavors. So give it a try. Well,
the veggie pizza.
Hopefully,
give it a try?
hopefully soon you'll try a veggie pizza.
Soon.
But there you got it. There are your pizza toppings. Let us know what your favorite pizza topping is. Did we touch on it? Did Ethan destroy your veggie pizza?
The world of pizza toppings isn't a wide margin. Like you were thinking of a fifth option there for a while.
There's
the point where you threw out margarita.
There's more types of pizzas than pizza toppings.
Yeah, like
barbecue
I thought of, chicken.
Yeah, chicken ranch, margarita.
Ranch could have been one, but that's more of a dipping thing. I've never dipped my pizza in ranch. That's a thing now.
No, that's I've seen some buddies of mine do that. It just looks weird. I'm not. Yeah.
I like broccoli. Broccoli on pizza. Although that's not like your typical like pizza where you just throw broccoli on. That's more of a white pizza, like a garlic sauce that you throw broccoli
white
on.
Pizza.
I love that.
Tomato pie, love tomato pie. That's not really pizza though. But there's your pizza toppings. There's your types of pizza. Moving on to our new segment. This is a segment Ethan has for me.
This could very well fail.
It could.
It requires a lot of
quick thinking.
Yeah, improv.
I don't know what he's got for me, so I gotta try and be funny here. But basically, the reverse question. Ethan will give me the answer to a question, and I create the question for whatever answer he has. So, give me one. Let's try it.
Let's try this. Let's start with, so kind of like Jeopardy. I give you the answer, and you have
I'll say, what is... whatever.
Hopefully we dig to some creative depths here. I'm really going to stretch your comedic muscles.
I'm trying.
Started off with 6.
6?
Yeah, I get it. 6.
I was scared of a number like that because
Okay.
there's some possible. I was thinking of numbers. I'm like, I don't want the number 6, but 6.
Just let loose. First thing that comes to mind.
I'm not saying the first thing that came to my mind.
Okay.
But number
First
6.
thing that came to his mind. What was that?
You know what? I have a buddy of mine. I'm not going to say his name, but what is the number of times he brushes his teeth in a week? 6. I think I have a
Ooh.
buddy. He says, I hope he doesn't still do this, but he says he brushes his teeth once a day. Now that's 7, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that he skips a whole day.
So are you going to come at me when I say I brush my teeth once a day?
You brush your teeth once a day?
Every morning. For
Not before bed?
For about a minute and a half in the morning.
What?
Yeah.
Only a minute and a half too?
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes morning and night. That's Ethan. What?
I didn't know of this. Thank you for
What?
educating.
Who was not taught? You got to brush your teeth before
I
you're
know
eating
of-
so much food. You got to brush your teeth before you go to bed. Do you use mouthwash?
Yes, and I floss.
Okay, that's a good
But
start.
this is all in the. Sometimes I floss when I come out of the shower at night. I shower at night too. Is that normal?
Yeah, that's okay.
Shower at night, brush in the morning.
It doesn't matter when you shower.
What
as
is
long
it?
as you-
What does it matter though if I go to bed?
You're eating so much food that's sitting in your mouth. Just you got to brush that before you go to bed.
Okay.
I know people that will brush and floss every time they eat, which is a little. It makes sense, but it's a little much. But once a day, I thought you were smarter than this. I thought you had
I'll
an
tell you, I
awareness of
used to
hygiene.
be really dumb. For probably up until like 6th grade, I thought the rule was sing happy birthday twice.
Happy
and I-
birthday to you.
I said that to my dentist, and he looked at me. He looked at 11-year-old me like, you idiot. Like, you know that's only like 20 seconds, right? I'm like, oh, yeah, that is. So I stopped doing the happy birthday method.
Well, I'm glad that came to mind because now you'll be brushing your. You probably have terrible breath. I've never noticed it,
I
but
was thinking about that the other day because I was at jujitsu, and the guy I was rolling with, his breath was terrible. So on the drive home, I'm like, do I have bad breath? I go heavy on the tongue, though.
oh yeah, that's good. You
I'm-
got to brush your
I'm
tongue.
like Michael Jordan, like,
Yeah, you got to get deep in there too. There's a
Yeah.
lot of germs on your tongue, so that's good. But twice a
Okay.
day, start doing it twice a day. There you go.
Yeah. Maybe after the meal, but not right before bed and right when I wake up, because those are just right next to each other. Like I don't have some sort of like ghost come up to me when I'm asleep and like put food in my mouth.
It's just the whole day. Of
I
putting,
get you.
Yeah. All right.
So-
Give me.
Maybe if I were to do it once a day, I think it would be better to finish than to start. Maybe. I don't know.
Just twice a day. Just go for that.
All
But
right.
give me another answer here. Let's see what I can come up with.
Donald Trump.
I'm not trying to get political here, man.
Come on.
Come.
It doesn't have to be a political question.
It's not, Donald Trump. Oh my gosh, man. I'm like the least political minded person, so to even think of him right now. This is where the segment fails.
I thought of I thought of a question non-political right off the top of my head. I'll share it. I thought of
All I
Yeah,
can
go
say
ahead.
is just like who has the worst hair? Or who is going to die with poor eating habits?
Yeah. I was thinking of why should we stop artificial tanning? Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Not a good tan that guy has.
Is he artificially tanning?
There is no way that is a natural tan. That guy's like painted orange.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know why a guy that old would be getting a spray tan. Doesn't seem very masculine of him. I don't know though. Maybe it's like the makeup or something. Maybe he's not getting like spray tans. Because if you're speaking in front of cameras for all that long, they do put makeup
Yeah, a little
on
bit, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't. Donald Trump.
You want me to go my
Don't
next
hate
one?
us. He's just a guy. Give me another. Give me one more. I want to nail one on the head here.
Elderly women.
Elderly woman. Elderly woman.
Or elderly women. As in plural. That's
Multiple.
I said women.
what group of people makes the most overrated cookies? Just because there's a stereotype out there that grandmas make good cookies. I have zero experience with grandmas making good cookies.
Bake cookies, I will give you a pass because grandmas, I find. I mean, this makes me think of episode 1 where I said I would send grandma's cookies to space for the aliens.
Yeah, what an overrated option.
Yeah, my uncle's the cookie maker in the household. Grandma's, some of their cookies can be really dry, Garrett. They're cooking, though, not they're baking aside. They're cooking. Don't you dare touch that. Grandmas know how to cook.
My grandma has never cooked.
Oh.
For me, anyways.
That's your grandma's fault.
Not fulfilling the role of a
my
grandma.
Mom? Oh, my.
Sorry, my mom. Sorry. I know she's watching this, too. Cook something for us, please.
Yeah.
She used to make, though, when we were younger, she'd make pancakes, but like in the shape of the letter G.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was kind of neat, but it's been a while. But, yeah, grandmas, step up your cookie game. You have a high reputation, but my experience, I'm not seeing good cookies coming out of you guys. I'm going to go to a nursing home and have a cookie cook-off or bake-off. Because I guarantee a lot of those cookies won't be that good. You know, they're not as sharp as they once were. So, just, yeah, how did that even come to be? Just like SpongeBob's grandma always had cookies for him? Who came up with the grandmas make good cookies?
I would explain it as in the 50s or so, the women were seen as like the ones that would always like cook the meatloaf and stuff. So the women were seen as the great cooks. They knew how to cook and stuff. And as they got older, as you grow older with any skill, you get better at crafting it. So I guess grandmas are like the kings, the queens of their craft when it comes to cooking.
That's a good point.
You compare a grandma with some girl in college that doesn't know how to cook, I would take the grandma. But if you have like a 40-year-old mom that really knows how to cook, that is a powerful force. Like mom's cooking can be just as good as grandma's cooking sometimes.
Yeah. And another thing about elderly women, I don't care.
I know what it is. Finish your thought though.
I don't care how strong you are at the gym. Elderly women have the strongest grip strength out of any human being. Their hands can grab.
Even more so than elderly men?
Yes. They might be able to push or pull or use this type of muscle. These hands right here, they are clenching. Look at an elderly woman's hands. They are veiny and
I don't think the veins have to do with the strength, but
I'm not saying maybe they don't. But
my grandparents would grab me sometimes when I was little.
They can pull you just by grabbing your ear.
Yeah, like they wouldn't.
You can't just
they wouldn't
get out of
slap
there.
me. Their move would be the pointer finger. They would pressure point me. They would just push their fingers in like my what's it called, collarbone. Yeah,
somewhere around there.
So that's just a sheer force with their wrist.
I'm telling you, if do like a. What are those things called with the grip strength? Get like a really strong one of those.
Yeah.
They'll squeeze that thing without even thinking.
They'll break the chains off of it.
Is that? Yeah. They'll.
The springs.
Find your grandma and try and like do like the handshake where they grab their hand really hard. Like they will destroy you. They got to be mad. That's the main thing. I don't know if they'll do it normally, but if they're really angry, an elderly woman, they will squeeze. They have some strong hands.
I've experienced my grandpa's grip strength. That sounded so weird firsthand, but my grandma's never really grabbed onto me.
They got to be really angry. That's the main thing there. So your grandmas are stronger than you think.
Yeah.
Or I'm saying elderly woman. Grandmas is starting to might be younger.
Elderly women are a force to be reckoned with.
You got to be at least in your like 70s for this grip strength to come in. Like it's from the age 70 to 90. And I've heard my mom, when she was younger, she used to work in a nursing home, and I've heard stories of their grip strength. You have to like give someone a sponge bath, but they don't want one. They're grabbing.
Yeah.
Sorry to put that in your heads, sponge bath, but
I found out what it was though. Why they're the best cooks. It's the love, man. They cook with love.
That's true.
The elderly are like the most sweetest people in the world. And
yeah, like they spent their day to make those cookies for you.
Yeah.
Like everyone else, they're just making cookies for a party or to look good. Grandma's, it is purely out of love. Like That's
That
is
it's
that
the
is
most underrated ingredient in all of cooking that I need to start implementing more. Just love.
Yeah, and it's never expected. It's never, I mean, if you go over to grandma's house, you might be like, oh, hopefully she got some cookies. But
Yeah.
it's never like you go to some event and there's cookies there. Like, it could be any situation show of cookies. This is why you're all here. Let's be honest. The best views draft. Everybody loves a draft. Everybody's doing it. But I've not seen a best views draft. And there's a lot of things you can lay your eyes on. This doesn't have to be a beautiful landscape or this or that.
Something you see that is awesome.
Like, oh, that is a view. Like,
Or something you see
Like
that
right
just
now
brings
I'm
you
looking at
complete
Ethan.
joy.
I'm like, what a bad view. I could be
What?
looking at Margot Robbie right now, but I have to look at Ethan.
You know who Margot Robbie is?
Yeah.
Oh, I was surprised by that. I thought you have like no sense of
I know I don't
Hollywood
know.
people.
I just it's on like social media and stuff. You
Yeah.
just
Margot
you
Robbie
you
is a
come
good view.
across
Yeah.
you come across stuff like that, but I'm
I
surprised.
was not expecting
I'm
that
surprised
to come out of you.
I am surprised I know her name
Yeah.
because I really don't know anyone. Give me a popular actor. I'll see if I get his name quick. Like a guy.
Leonardo DiCaprio. You know who that is.
No, pick like a character and I'll say who the actor is.
Oh. Now you put me on the spot.
Just someone popular.
Pick a popular character?
Yeah, and I'll say who acts it.
Batman.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Oh my. I can name at least 5 Batmans off. I can probably name 10 Batmans right now.
All right. Well, anyways, let's get into this draft. Rock, paper, scissors, first pick.
I want that first pick bad. Let's do it. What, just one?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Boom! All right. I don't have a first pick. I didn't do a whole lot of research.
There's a clear 101 and 102 in my head.
clear 101 and 102.
Although I think I've got some great picks here.
This really has an endless. There's so many things. You look at everything. So anything you look at can be a view. But let's go. Let's keep it simple. I'm taking the sunset. Not the most fun pick, but the sunset is
Bust.
a view.
Bust. Bust.
Nah.
That's I like a good sunset. Even more, I think I like a good sunrise, Garrett. Because a sunset is about light going from dark.
I had to pick
That's
between
not my
one.
pick, sunrise. I'm not taking sunrise.
All right.
But I do like a sunrise more than a sunset.
Not to be a Debbie Downer here, but I look forward to sleeping after a sunset
Gotcha.
more than what I had planned for the day with the sunrise.
All right. Anything else on sunrise, sunsets?
What's your pick?
This is easily the 101. It brings me the most joy in my life. I guess it's a bit egotistical for me, but I'd imagine this makes you happy. This makes all of you guys happy when you see it. When you see this, it is the best view is physical transformation.
I had a feeling you're gonna go with
If you're at the gym and like you can like see a bicep vein come out for the first time, or you're like you get out of the shower and you see like an ab make an appearance,
Look, I'll
it's
say
the best
this.
feeling ever.
I work out, and my physical appearance is probably the 5th thing I care about when it comes to lifting. That doesn't do much for me. Yeah, it's neat, but I very rarely look at my physique.
I think
Like, I can see you're the guy who sees a mirror and you rip your shirt off and you're like, oh, let's see
not
that
me,
vein.
not me.
Let's see that vein.
But your health is your wealth. I do believe that a guy walking down the street that is in great shape, I do think he is going to lend better advice and be a bigger inspiration to someone than someone who's a slob on the street.
As a clear 101, you could have had that in the 5th round. That's my problem with a lot of these. I know you're not going to pick them.
I'll tell you, sunset was not even on my list.
That's like the
Yeah.
ultimate view. All right, well, I'll go next here. Let's see. I'm going to take something I think is just beautiful. My first view, I'm going with your views. Like when you think of a view, that's
Okay.
But just any landscape with a blanket of snow over it. Who doesn't love just looking out and seeing white?
You kind of stole a pick there. I'll say it at the end. I'm mad at you though. Well, yeah, no, you stole my pick.
Snow. Basically snow, but a landscape with a untouched blanket of snow.
Can I tell you what I was gonna take?
Yeah.
When you're 8 years old and you don't want to go to school the next day,
And
so
you
you
see-
wake up at like
Yep.
5 a.m., you run over your window, you're like, oh, I really hope there's snow. You look out, boom, just a blanket of
Yep,
snow.
mine
Look,
covers
yeah,
that.
Snow day.
Mine covers that.
You
But
stole
more
that from
so,
me.
a great experience with the view of snow. But I'm taking also just, it's beautiful.
You're taking more natural elements, I've noticed.
So far. It's a beautiful world out there.
Okay. Yeah,
What's
that was number
yours?
3 on my list. Wow. This is the Clear 102. The second best thing besides a bicep vein that I could possibly see is when I wake up in the middle of the night. I got work the next day. I'm really hoping. I wake up at 4:30. I'm really hoping, man, I
this
hope
is
it's not
good.
4:30. I look at my phone and it says like 1:15. I'm like, yeah! I get like 3 hours of sleep. I just blew your guys' eardrums out. Rightfully though.
That was a good pick. Oh man, yep. Talk
So,
about
seeing that you still get more time to sleep on your phone.
that. There you go. You saved your. I don't care for your first pick. That was a good second pick.
Yeah.
Good job.
It's man, but it can also be one of the worst feelings when you check your phone thinking it's like 1 a.m.
Yeah, but you only picked the
and
good
you have
part.
like 8 minutes. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. Ooh. That is. Yeah, that's the
And then you wake
101
up
right
again
there.
thinking like, okay, now it's time to wake up, but only like 30 minutes has passed.
Yeah. It's hard to pick anything over
Is that on
sleep.
your list?
It should have been.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with this one though. Another feeling, more in the childhood. I can't. This is the only flaw with this pick. I can't apply to it now.
Okay.
But as a kid, one of the best views. You're lost in the grocery store and you can't find your parents and you're freaking out. When you turn your head and you see your parents in an aisle, that is a great view. Because
Okay.
you are scared as a kid. And you look and see your parents, that is the view you're looking for. You're scared. Some of the best feelings or best experiences or best views aren't necessarily from neutral to the best. It can be from the worst to going back to
Yeah.
reality.
How many times have you gotten lost, may I ask?
Severely, not real. I'd say there's about 2 or 3 instances I was lost at a Walmart for more than 7 minutes. Wow. Normally it's like a minute or 2, but if it's extended, then it just makes it even better of a feeling because you're like, oh, I'm not gonna get kidnapped.
I had only gotten lost once in a Giant, and I it was to the point where my mom had to go to like the front desk to find me, but
Ooh.
I never quite had the joy that you had.
I think there was once my parents were at the front desk, but then I found them there before they announced me.
Yeah.
That was as close as I got to that.
So that's a good pick, but I just don't have any personal experience really.
I think there's an audience out there that relates to.
Yeah. That I see what you from the depths of being terrified to the joy of realizing you found your family. Yeah.
That's
So when
the
you're a
view.
kid, you think your life is over. You think you're never gonna see them again. That you're gonna have to go live with some random guy.
Yep,
All right. Was that your second or third pick?
that's my third already.
Huh. My third pick is going to be a bit of playing the game. I'm just going to take it because I think it's on your list. I'll go. How do I want to word this? I'll just go seeing that your fantasy football player has like 40 points. And like you're watching the TV and you see they just got like an 80-yard touchdown. You're going crazy, and you check the fantasy football app and you see that their score has jumped up from like 18 points.
Yeah, that is.
Now over time, the
That's
greed will
a
take
view.
over, and like 10 minutes later, you'll be like, I need more points out of them. But in that moment, it's just pure bliss.
Yep. Now, I don't know the percentage of fantasy football players. I just think that's a little specific. I guess
Okay.
mine was too with getting lost in a grocery store, but that is, as someone who won fantasy, that came a lot for me, and it was nice.
Yeah.
That's why we play the game.
Yeah.
That's why we play the game. Now my 4 and 5, I know you're not picking them, so that's the thing. But give me, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but when you do, it is a view. just a massive, massive flock of birds. Like
I saw that yesterday at
thousands.
dinner. Yeah. Oh, I've seen thousands. Yeah.
they're the more specific type of bird that does this are starlings. Just look up photos of starlings or massive flock of birds. How do they not like fly into each other?
That's a great question.
And it's just so neat, especially
Great
when
question. Pick.
it's a great view, especially when they're on the ground and something makes them just rise up and they're flying in the air.
Yeah.
And there's just so many of them. It's a beautiful view.
I went somewhere before with my grandpa for like the geese migrating south or something. There was like a park and there were like tens of thousands of geese.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Crazy, but I kind of think it's terrifying. Because just imagine if those birds wanted to, if like, they just went after like a person and started like attacking them.
That is true.
That's terrifying.
Like there was a time when we went to
a
the
horror
beach
movie.
on the boardwalk. I had a cheesesteak, and there were like 30 seagulls hovering right over my head, and I had to walk like a mile to get to the basketball court where you guys were at. That was terrifying.
I have a story similar.
Now
to
it
that.
worked. If you're ever in that situation, just tuck it under your shirt. They'll be like, "Oh, it disappeared," and then they'll leave you alone. But it took a little bit to figure that out.
My family had a boardwalk experience, but we were playing with fire. So we had just gotten back from dinner, and we had some boardwalk fries. And my dad was walking down the boardwalk with this fedora he had just bought, this giant, stupid beach fedora. And somehow we found toothpicks, and we started plucking the fries on the toothpicks, and we would pluck them on the hat.
Did he
to the
know
point
about
where-
it?
Yeah, he knew, to the point where he was walking around with this fedora that had like maybe 50 fries on it. And so the seagulls, they kept running. It was at the point where there were like 20 seagulls just right around his head flying into him, just taking the fries. And it was hilarious.
It is scary, but for my pick, you're normally in a car driving by, or that is. I know a lot of people with the fear of birds,
It's
rightfully so.
it's a surreal view. Like, wow, like how do those birds not fly into each other? But I get scared by it. I don't know.
In my situations, I get this. I get being scared, but it's a cool view.
Yeah.
But what's your next pick?
So this one, like you said, with the getting lost in the grocery store, it's from your worst fears all the way to your highest of highs, realizing that you found your family. In this sense, this is when you're cooking and you're really hoping that you did not burn the crap out of that steak, and you cut into it and it's a perfect medium rare.
So just not burning your food.
No, it's cutting into a perfect medium rare steak. A perfect, not a good, a perfect medium rare steak that you yourself cooked. Because if you're at a restaurant and someone else cooks it, you expect greatness. But for me, when I cook a steak, there are times when I'll have obstacles thrown my way. And I got this giant, like, 20-ounce steak, 30-ounce steak that I'm worrying about, and just cutting into it, realizing that all the fruits of my labor have paid off.
That's a bust.
No.
That's a bust. There's so many views.
Next, I would rather look at a good cut steak than look at 10,000 birds. Just say, oh, that's just nature. That's just nature.
Just nature? You're throwing all of nature down like that?
For a good steak that I cooked, yes.
Go ahead, but I don't agree.
Cutting into a perfect medium rare steak is very satisfacting.
All right.
Satisfactory.
Yeah.
Satisfying.
But I'll go to my last pick. I don't know if you remember this experience for you, but I just remember as a kid, my first time going to a professional sports stadium and looking out and seeing the fields. When you're a kid or you're younger and it's your first time there, it blows you away. It's so much bigger, and
Even today, yeah.
it's a little less impressive now because if you return, you know what to expect. But my first few times going to my first Sixers game, my first Eagles game, it's pretty awesome. It's a view to be had.
I like that pick, Garrett.
It's a view
I
to
like
be had.
that pick.
It's just so many people, and supporting the same team, seeing where your seat's at, what the view's gonna look like. Normally, you're disappointed in the view of the game, especially younger. You're like, oh, it's so far away. Now I'm like, oh, I think it's a great view.
Yeah.
But just seeing all the fans.
It doesn't have to even. It doesn't even
Seeing
have
the
to be a
building.
big stadium either. Like my first time going to the Reading Phillies, I
Right.
probably thought that stadium was like could hold millions of people when I was little.
No, that never impressed me.
I
Not
was
the Reading.
I was blown away. But even when I went to the Denver Stadium for the first time, that floored me. Just seeing the field for the first time, especially when the
just-
weather's nice.
I just remember getting to a game and being like, not even getting to your seats. You just run out and look at the court or
Yeah.
the field, and it's like, wow, that's stadiums need more appreciation. Except for FedEx Field, where the Commanders play, that's a piece of junk.
Yeah, it's a piece of junk.
I've never
stadium,
been there,
Sewer
but-
water and stuff.
Piece of junk. What's your last pick? Lead
I
us
don't
out with
know.
a bang.
Ah.
Doesn't know. You think
I have a lot of good options. I have the nature option. I have the good for the heart option. I'm gonna take the ego option again. That just brings me pure joy. It's
it's gonna sell right
it's
here?
Christmas morning. It's
Oh!
seeing the biggest gift with your name
Oh,
on it.
that's a good pick.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it's the giant, the box that is 6 feet high, wrapped up. You're like, "Ooh, who's the name on
Just
it?" You turn the corner.
the
You see it says
anticipation.
for Ethan from Santa.
the
You're like, oh, yeah.
anticipation leading up to that moment, and then it comes. And when it finally comes,
Most of the time, the biggest gifts aren't even the all-star
job.
ones, but just seeing my name on the box, knowing that it is for me. I love it.
just seeing so much, just
Seeing all
ready.
the Christmas presents in general as a kid is awesome.
that is a view. Once a year, it's for you. It's not a view that applies to anyone else except for you and your siblings
Yeah.
or family. Dang, that was a good pick.
Thank you.
Let's take a look here. I'm gonna say you
Are
had
you comparing
you
our
had-
drafts?
yeah, you had 3 picks that in my opinion are duds, but you had 2 of the best picks with the alarm and the presents. I don't
I
know.
don't
This
know.
is closer than
I don't
people
get
are
how
gonna,
the 101 is a 101 pick.
physical change.
Yeah. You've been putting in the work, trying to lose weight, and you finally see those abs coming
It's just
in.
it's
or you finally see that
too-
bicep getting bigger.
It's too much of a. It's a view that takes time, so you don't get to appreciate.
so it's all the more worth it.
Yeah, but it's not like, for example, Christmas. You're waiting the whole year, and then it all comes at once on Christmas morning. When you're lifting, it's hard to appreciate such a change if it's you can't see visually unless you take a picture of your differences.
Yeah, but that's why I focus on like the veins popping out. Like I
I
remember
mean, it's
the
a
first
vein. Why are you really getting that worked up over a vein?
when I was like in 9th grade and I saw my first sliver of a forearm vein doing hammer curls at a Planet Fitness. I freaked out.
How relatable is that though? Like
I
for
don't-
you, baby, but I don't think that many people are that worried.
I'm
with the
curious, guys, if you're out there, let's celebrate our veins. That sounds so creepy. Let's celebrate our veins, guys.
No. What the-
From a man I've had abs at one point, I've lost abs. I'm in the process of trying to get them again. And if I wake up on a morning and I see they're kind of there, it starts me off on the right note.
Just out of all the picks,
I love my picks. We go over your picks again. You had some good
I
ones.
picked mine. I went natural for most of these. Sunset.
That's a
I almost
consensus,
went.
yeah.
I almost went back to back Sunset and Sunrise just to have the duo working together. Some great
Yeah.
chemistry, but it's too much of the same thing. Snow. Now you went. You really hit on like the feeling with
Yeah.
the view, which is great. I picked Snow, which people think, oh, Snow, yeah, it's a good view. But when you do harp on Christmas morning, or not Christmas morning, when you harp on not when to go to school and you see snow.
The whole point about the snow day was you get to stay inside. As a grown man now with a job, I
still
do
have to go.
I don't like snow anymore now that I have to drive in the snow.
Yeah, but hey, let us know what we missed on and whose draft you're taking.
What were your other 3 picks?
Being lost in a Walmart and
That's
finding your
that's
parents.
a good feeling, yeah.
Flock of birds and a sports stadium.
The sports stadium is probably the best value pick, I'd say.
It's neat.
Yeah.
But that's all we got for today. That's our episode. We're at an hour and 8 minutes again, or about more like an hour and 4. But anyways, Ethan, you close this out.
1 second. Da. I'll be honest, Garrett. I didn't have my Bible verse on top of me at this moment, so I'm just gonna go with what I think it is. 13.
Unprepared.
Yeah.
The only thing we're talking about that has any value, and you mess it up. Wait patiently, guys, or if this is where you normally leave, then
Yeah.
flood. But
we'll probably just edit
we
this
prefer
part
you to
out.
stay.
I'd say we'll probably just edit this part out. And typically, I try to remember these. I remember the verse, but not the where it came from.
What am I doing?
Okay.
All right, final Bible verse.
Welcome back, guys. I'm about to share my Bible verse. Sorry about that. Proverbs 14:29. Whoever is patient has great understanding, but one who is quick-tempered displays foolishness. It's a simple one. So-
Maybe I won't edit the 2 minutes it took for
'cause
you.
you were patient with me.
Yeah,
Look
maybe.
at that. God's doing right there, baby.
Yep. So now you had to put up with me. I was just falling.
We all have struggles with patience sometimes, but
Yep. And hopefully it was worth it. for you
going
to
the
be
extra
patient.
mile just to stay patient is 10 times more worth it than exploding and making yourself look like a fool, guys.
Yeah. There you go. There. Patience. Focus on patience. Something I'm pretty terrible with, but we are all working on different things. And for the next 2 weeks, think about patience a little bit more.
Yeah.
But
That's a great Guns N' Roses song that I just found the other day, Patience. You probably
Gee.
never heard of it, but
No. There you go. Or listen to Patience by Guns N' Roses. As I hear my mom yelling out there about something. But anyways, that is a wrap for episode 5.
smell your microwave, guys.
Smell your microwave. Comment down below on what draft picks we missed out on and what pizza toppings that you have on your pizza. There you have it. And hey, we'll catch you in 2 weeks.